pressure was on there. And you can see the flame. It's going to take a little bit of time to come onto that. I never want it to drop the sticks on. I prefer just holding them until they catch, until the flame jumps up. And then just lay them on the top. And I think because if you do it that way, then you're continuing with the 3 methods there, or rather the 3 core structures of the fire triangle. You've got your heat, fuel and oxygen all present. If you just throw the sticks on too, you smother it, and that's no use. So you just want to spend time just really gently just adding a little bit more of your little pieces that's been round about, and you can hear it crackling away, which is always a good sign, and that's just going up a nice treat. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to pack away this kit, and then we're going to go off and do some water purification, and I'm going to hand that fire over to John. Is that cool with you, mate?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, but it is honestly as easy as that. It has helped because the last few days here it has been extremely dry, so that's helped a lot, but it can be done. There's various, what we'll do is, I do think there's a need to come out and actually do a fire lighting one like this when it's absolutely pouring the rain, and then people can get and use various tinders and that to get it going. Okay, so we're going to trundle off and do the water purification now, so I'll catch you in a minute. Hi YouTube. Here we are. I've had to walk right back up to the edge of the forest to find this little stream, but if it's all you've got, it's all you've got, so we're going to use it. We're quite close to the main road here, so I apologise in advance if any cars go thundering past. So what we've got again is the pre-Mac filter. As explained before, you should be seeking medical advice, or simply works. It's got one end with a little filter on it, and then the other end where it comes out. So what we're doing, I'll just try and I'm using my little green cup, remember, that's all we're doing. I'll try and get it in, and that just unfolds, and there we go. So the green cup just sits in there. Is that better? Yeah, that's fine. And this part gets sunk into the water, and then it simply has a pump on it, and when you do that, it pumps the water up. You can hear it coming through now. And it's now pumping into that green cup. It takes a few seconds. You want to try. I mean, it's not the best stream to demonstrate it, or you never know, perhaps it is. If this is all you've got, this is all you've got. Now, like I say, this filter is good for about 50 or 60 litres of water. Probably here in Scotland or Canada or something, you could probably get so much more from it. If you go and visit Premac at their website, it'll give you all the technical specifications about this filter, but I just wanted to demonstrate it to you because it is effective, and you can see there it's taken a few minutes, but there is water, and I'm 100%, I'm not going to, let me turn this camera around this way and just hold that there, try and balance it not, and here's yours truly, Mr. Mo, and here's the cup, and I'm perfectly happy drinking that water. It tastes fine. There's not much of an aftertaste really. I've had worse. There is better filters on the market. The First Need one is an excellent filter, but that's big and it's bulky, and I'm just looking for a personal kit, like I say, an EDC bag, and it'll cover everything. As I've shown, we've built a shelter, we've got a fire going, now we're at the water, and I've got a fish to do over the campfire later on. So I'm going to drink this down. In fact, what I'll do, guzzle that down, and you might as well drink as much water as you can. Like I say, you can use that little bag and you can fill that up. That holds about half a litre, and then that can simply go in your cargo pocket. So if this is the only water source you can drink down as much as you can in the cup and then fill this up to go. Or alternatively, you can use the Millbank bag. I'll try and set that there. I don't want my camera to fall in here. Now, the Millbank bag, the actual has instructions on it. So soak the bag thoroughly by squeezing under water. Okay, let's do that. You can see this once you do that, and I don't know if you can see that actually. You can see we're now into some seriously dirty sediment. That water is absolutely filthy because I've just stirred it all up. But that's the whole point of these bags. So I'm just going to go ahead. I mean, look, that water is truly minging now, and I've just drunk from it, but I don't care, because we've got to find out of all these people that are selling us things if they actually do what they say they do on the tin. And there's only one way to find out, and that's put them to the test. There's no point in having that bag in your car or this for many moons, and then when you go to use it, you get ill. So I'll fill that up. I don't think I could fill it all the way up from here, it would be kind of difficult, but I want to show you what I mean. So there we go. And that, you can see that starting to drip out the bag. What it says: soak the bag thoroughly by squeezing under water. Fill the bag to the top with the water to be filtered. Hang up and allow the water to run down to the level of the black line, which is here. So in an ideal scenario, we would fill the bag right to the top, and once it's filtered and dripped out at the bottom down to this line is then, sorry you can't see that, this line here, the black line on the bag. And once it gets to this line, from the top to this line, then you consider the water, the bag is actually doing its job. It's basically a really thick Hessian sack, and as it gets wet the fibres actually come together, and therefore that is basically it starting to do the job of filtering the water. So like I say, you hang the bag up. Now I've used this many a times, and you can see that the water just slowly drips out at the bottom there. Now I guess if I put that to the side, by the time, I mean there's half a bag there, so if we give it sort of, well, put it this way, by the time I've packed up this gear from the bag and just, okay, so we've dealt with the water. What I'm going to do now is pack up this, I've got half a bag, and we're going to pack it up, and by the time I walk back to the camp, hopefully the water that's been dripping out of it, I can then put down the metal mug, I'll hang the bag up, and then we'll revisit it in about 10 or 15 minutes, and hopefully you can see just how clear that water is that's actually coming out of there. Okay folks, back in the camp now. You can see John's made a really good job of the fire. That's roaring away a treat. There's the shelter in there, the raised bed with the tarp. What I've done is I've tied the Millbank bag up onto the tree using a little bit of the paracord, and what I'm going to do now is just sit my metal mug down. If I get my torch, which is hanging in the tree, and put that on, with a bit of luck, in fact, that'll be fine.